Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're diving into a fascinating book that can change the way you think about money forever. It's called The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. If you've ever wondered why people make the financial decisions they do, or how you can improve your own money habits, this video is for you. So, grab a cup of coffee, sit back, and let's get started. Chapter 1 is titled, No One's Crazy. The main idea here is that everyone's financial decisions make sense to them based on their own experience. What seems like a crazy decision to one person might be perfectly logical to another. For example, someone who grew up during a time of economic hardship might be more cautious with their money, while someone who experienced a booming economy might be more willing to take risks. In Chapter 2, Luck and Risk, Housel explains that success in finance often involves a mix of luck and risk. He uses the story of Bill Gates to illustrate this point. Gates had the luck of attending one of the few schools with a computer, but he also took significant risks to build Microsoft. The takeaway? Recognize the role of luck in your success and be mindful of the risks you take. Chapter 3, Never Enough, talks about the dangers of greed. Housel shares stories of people who had everything but lost it all because they wanted more. The lesson here is to know when enough is enough and to appreciate what you have. In Confounding Compounding, Chapter 4, Housel highlights the power of compound interest. He explains how small, consistent investment can grow significantly over time. The key is patience and letting your investments grow without constantly tinkering with them. Chapter 5, Getting Wealthy versus Staying Wealthy, makes an important distinction. Getting wealthy requires taking risks, being optimistic, and putting yourself out there. Staying wealthy, on the other hand, requires humility, caution, and a bit of paranoia. It's about protecting what you've earned. In Chapter 6, Tails You Win, Housel explains that a small number of events often account for the majority of outcomes in finance. For example, a few successful investments make up for many smaller losses. The lesson? Don't be discouraged by failures, focus on the big win. Chapter 7, Freedom, is all about the ultimate goal of money, freedom. Housel argues that the highest form of wealth is the ability to wake up every morning and do whatever you want. Money should be a tool to help you achieve this freedom, not an end in itself. In Man in the Car Paradox, Chapter 8, Housel points out that people often buy expensive things to impress others, but those others are usually not impressed. Instead, they just see the car, not the person driving it. The takeaway? Spend money on things that truly make you happy, not on things you think will impress others. Chapter 9, Wealth is What You Don't See, emphasizes that true wealth is often invisible. It's not the flashy car or the big house. It's the money in the bank. Investments and the financial security focus on building real wealth, not just the appearance of it. In Chapter 10, Save Money, Housel stresses the importance of saving. He argues that saving is the gap between your ego and your income. The more you save, the more options you have in life. Not about how much you earn, but how much you keep. Chapter 11, Reasonable Rational, suggests that it's more important to be reasonable with your money than to be perfectly rational. People are emotional beings, and our financial decisions should account for that. Sometimes, a reasonable decision that feels right is better than a purely rational one. In Surprise, Chapter 12, Housel talks about the unpredictable nature of finance. He explains that the biggest financial events are often surprises, and it's important to be prepared for the unexpected. This means having a financial cushion and being flexible with your plan. Chapter 13, Room for Error, highlights the importance of having a margin of safety in your financial. This means not stretching yourself too thin and always having a buffer when things go wrong. It's about being prepared for the worst while hoping for the best. In Chapter 14, You'll Change, Housel reminds us that our goals and desires will change over time. It's important to be flexible and to adjust your financial plans as your life evolves. What you want in your 20s might be very different from what you want in your 40s. Chapter 15, Nothing's Free, explains that everything has a price, even if it's not immediately obvious. Price of investing in stocks, for example, is the volatility and uncertainty. Understanding and accepting these costs is crucial for financial success. In You and Me, Chapter 16, Housel discusses the importance of understanding your own financial psychology. Everyone has different risk tolerances, goals, and experience. It's important to tailor your financial decisions to your own unique situation. Chapter 17, The Seduction of Pessimism, warns against the allure of pessimism. Negative news often gets more attention, but it's important to stay optimistic and focus on the long-term potential of your investments. In the final chapter, When You'll Believe Anything, Housel talks about the dangers of confirmation bias and the importance of being open-minded. It's easy to believe what we want to believe, but true financial wisdom comes from considering different perspectives and being willing to change our mind. And there you have it. The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel is packed with valuable insights that can help you make better financial decisions. Remember, it's not just about how much you know, but how you behave with money. If you found this summary helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more book summaries and financial tips. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.